Hi, my name is Dave Wolf. I've known Andy Baker for over 20 years now. I've been blessed to be a part of his ministry during that time. Andy and I were introduced by a mutual friend. In the early years, Andy would bring kids to the U.S. that needed major surgery. Of course, a lot of these kids had parasites, had bad teeth, had infections. So as a dentist, I would get their mouths caught up so they could have their needed surgery, recuperate, and go back to Romania. Andy asked me countless times to join one of his teams to go and do dental work in Romania, and I always had an excuse and put it off. And then one year it seemed like the stars all aligned and it was hard to say no. And I know it was God calling me to action, and I went on a trip and was so impressed that I've gone countless times to Romania. Probably one of the biggest thrills for me was when one of the children that was an interpreter for me my very first trip sent me an invitation to come to her wedding. I thought that was a real honor when she grew up and asked me to be there for that special day. So I've enjoyed all of the trips that I've taken with Andy. This past August, I made my first trip to Tanzania to witness the work that Andy's doing there. There's nearly a million children in Tanzania that have lost both parents to AIDS. Of course, on my trip, I was fixing teeth, and teeth problems are the same no matter where you're working. It's hearing the horrible situations that these kids have been through that is just gut-wrenching. I'm always amazed how well these children do once they're in a Christian environment, once they're in a home where they're nurtured and loved and cared for, and they just thrive in that Christian environment. So I invite you to pray for Andy, to pray for his ministry, to pray for the children, and of course to support the organization financially however you can. I'd like to close with a prayer now because I think it's a challenge to all of us. Christ has no body here on earth but yours, no hands but yours, no feet but yours. Yours are the eyes through which Christ's compassion is to look out to the world. Yours are the feet with which Christ is to go about doing good. Yours are the hands with which Christ is to bless people now. Amen.